We're here for Warcraft, though, and not for stupid dreams. EPC continues. It's the last weekend of the EPC, day 7. The winner of a game gets 200 bucks. The winner of a map, like for the loser, gets still 75 or so. And today we have an undead mirror between these two guys. I want to show you, but they're not loading for whatever reason. There we go. Good old Lucifer, 32 years old, representing MTW in South Korea, facing XiaoKai. We have no idea how old he is. We know that he's from China. Track record versus Lucifer is not the greatest, like a 2 out of 3 win rate for Lucifer at the moment. So let's see if this can continue in the EPC here as well, and if Lucifer can remain the king. He's a double king at the moment, man.
Yeah, King of the Hill, new format in the Warcraft scene that we're seeing more and more here, and also in the Yule Cup, which, by the way, in case you guys haven't heard, is not going to be happening today. Has to be postponed, so we'll be back with the Yule Cup tomorrow. But now it's Emperor Penguin time. First time I'm actually casting, I think, the Emperor Penguin Cup. And it's an undead mirror. Also feels like the first time I've casted this in a long time. Yep. And I'm very glad that Lucifer's going for a different starting build here. He's going for the Lich opening and Ghoul tier 1 aggression. This is like some old school ladder stuff. He's going on a little bit of an acolyte hunt.
It feels like Lucifer is pretty sick and tired of the Fiend mirror, as well as he tries to throw curveballs in every single undead mirror I see of him. It's either Dreadlord or Lich opening, Ultra Aggression, try to get an advantage early on, and so far, does this work out? He is getting, almost getting an Acolyte, losing a Ghoul in the process. For him, of course, there's no coil, but Nova. So that was the first kill, 2 kills actually already, and the other Acolytes are hurt as well. This looks damn fine for him.
They brought 4 Ghouls though, so you know, he's not like teching fast behind this or something, and the Lich is dropping very, very low indeed. He's gonna have to TP or sacrifice himself. Most likely TP's out to save at least the rest of the Ghouls here. And he saved most of them. He brought 4, only losing 1, 3 return home. But now the Lich is on less than 50 HP. That's kind of awkward. Oh, but guess what? My god, the Ritual Dagger coming into play. Oh yeah. The most overpowered item of this patch. Can we see it again?
I think in the history of Warcraft, Remo, for people who are not too familiar with the new patch, what does this dagger do?
It is healing over time, and you can see how insanely strong it is. You know, in the history of Warcraft, we've had some pretty good items. We had Goblin Landmines, which could kill a town hall by themselves. We had Scepter of Transmute, which could Finger of Death units. But this Ritual Dagger, it heals 125 HP over only 45 seconds, Neo.
Wow.
After a minute, you almost heal for 70% of a coil. It's pretty insane.
Wow,
it's pretty insane.
It's so strong. Why are not more people using it, man? I don't understand. It's so strong. It's so good. It's so easy to use.
It's honestly slightly overpowered, but we'll keep that on the DL because the undeads now are dominating the meta thanks to this item, and we don't want to change that. Oh, nice last hit from the Fiend. Steals the level 3 guy. That was pretty good. The Lich needs the boots, bro. The Lich needs the boots real bad.
He has
Otherwise,
a lot of
he's just gonna get chased around.
So that should be doable for him. 2 Ghouls hurt, sends them back. The Graveyard is in time, so I wonder if he follows this up with Gargs or just goes into Fiends himself. Or immediate destroyers. XiaoKai's side, the tech is actually not too far behind. It's actually ahead.
Yeah. Very unusual. This is because he brought 4 Ghouls, not 3, which I found to be a little questionable. All the Ghouls are lining up for the perfect surround here. Can't quite get it though. The DK though is out of mana, so the Fiends are in a bit of danger. Honestly, the Ghouls should be split, 3 on one Fiend, 3 on the other Fiend. The Lich chases with the boots, and then whatever drops low first can't get coiled, gets Nova'd and killed. But Lich still suffering from low HP. Maybe you should make of that great ritual, make use of that great ritual dagger again.
Yeah, he has a lot of skeletons, so I guess we will see that in a bit. Was it the wrong decision? Oh, surround maybe? Nope. Was it the wrong decision to save that Lich? TP gone, and now he's struggling with low HP the entire game.
Probably. However, you also, if you can, you want to prevent level 2 DK. Level 1 DK versus level 2 DK makes all the difference, especially against the Lich with boots. So it's also understandable. Ideal scenario would have been deny yourself, but that's hard to do. Anyways, with Lich, either you want to creep early level 3 or you want to get a big tech advantage with Acolytes going down. Neither happened this game. So this early game for Lucifer is not good at all.
One more volley, and I think the Lich falls already against the 4 Fiends, but he's keeping the distance between his first hero, and the DK is coming halfway through, so we will get the coil finally. On the other side, we have the same hero as well. Lich second, rushing tier 3 are both of them for the Orb of Corruption, which is not as great as it was once, but still pretty damn good orb in pretty much every single situation. But yeah, weird to see that both first heroes are level 1. Usually it's a lot of creeping and it's a lot of like racing for level 3. But
Twisted though, if players play aggressively, this is usually the way, or not usually, but oftentimes the way it goes. Since the camps here are pretty hard in the early game, other than the green camp, of course.
A player's forces are under attack.
So we're gearing up towards tier 3, and with that, Lucifer could have a good power spike in him, as of course Frenzy Ghouls are pretty good.
he saved a lot of them, so that should be a very vicious attack. If we don't have a level 3 Lich until then, which I don't think so. Good focus on the DK. He has a potion already, so XiaoKai was absolutely ready for this. I like it.
Yeah, I was a little concerned because he went for tier 3 before Slaughterhouse, meaning statues will be coming later, which makes, you know, the boots on the Lich pretty dangerous. But you're right, the potion here is a nice adjustment. Only really one hero is going to be in danger of dropping low. The Lich, of course, can always be coiled. And I wonder, who does that favor? We have no level ups here anywhere. Who's that better for? I want to say Lucifer, kind of, because Frenzy Ghouls, they will kick like a mule with its balls wrapped in duct tape. As Tuko Salamanca would say.
But hero-wise, there's a lot more mana on the Lich. Oh, surround now on this one. But there was one more coil. There's also a TP on this DK. So I guess everything should be fine. I don't know if he should sacrifice the ghouls already before Frenzy really kicks in. First one is down.
Yeah, if he has more mana on the Lich, committing with the ghouls like that is better because you're pretty likely to get killed. If you have 2 Novas, you should definitely get at least 1 Fiend, and trading that for 2 ghouls is fine. But he only had a single Nova, and he used that on the Lich, or no, it wasn't the DK, but he had the health pot, so he didn't die. Instead, he lost 2 ghouls only for nothing really to be gained. He wanted to contest the null camp here, and that makes sense because whoever gets it gets level 2, probably. But yeah, so far for Lucifer, man, this is not working out. I feel like every time I see Lucifer playing Lich, it's just not working.
Or it's a very early GG, so it's maybe not that memorable. But yeah, he has no statue. That is super hard to deal with now. XiaoKai, with good firepower with these 6 ranged units, and the statue for healing and mana rack, could basically coil Nova this Overseer in a bit. Oh, uses the Nova on the Lich, put more pressure on him, force another coil, and now he gets the one, level 2 for the DK. That is Aura, makes everything so easy. And the Dark Ranger already for Lucifer, so he has to split his experience across 3 level 1 heroes.
Alright, how much can the Frenzy Ghouls really do? The first one's dead immediately, and the Burrow coming in nicely, for which there is no detection. Lucifer forgot about the dust. That is a grave mistake. So instead now he's aiming for the kills on the heroes. The Lich is very low, but his own Lich is out of mana, having been so low level. Still level 1 actually, and the TP comes out from XiaoKai, nicely saving the second hero. Also unburrows the Fiend in the north, saving that one. Losing only a single TP for 3 ghouls. Excellent trade for XiaoKai.
XiaoKai is pretty much, like, he's surprising me. As I said, I praised Lucifer across 3 streams lately for how much better he got compared to a month ago or 2 months ago. XiaoKai, I feel like I haven't seen this man in months. And now he's here, hanging with Lucifer. I didn't expect that, to be honest. For me, the Korean came in as the favorite, but...
yeah, it's definitely looking very poor now for XiaoKai, for Lucifer. And I agree with you. XiaoKai is looking pretty strong here, stronger than I thought. And I think Lucifer may have just gone for the wrong opening here. The downside of this DK Fiend opening is it's really weak early game. Lucifer could have just grabbed all the gnolls around the middle. That would have been level 3 Lich, and the opponent would have been level 1 DK. Imagine how sick that would have been of a mid game. But instead he decided to be aggressive, really heavy commitment with 4 ghouls, which didn't really do enough. I don't know. This is all not working out for Lucifer. And if you now... Okay, never mind.
What?
But yeah, he's got 37 supply. He's got no real prospect at a big push. I don't even know what his win condition is right now.
Power creeping is not the thing you want because the damage, of course, of XiaoKai is a lot higher.
At least he's gonna get level 2 Dark Ranger here, I guess. But yeah, he's far behind in levels. XiaoKai is feeling so confident that he's going into the base without level 3 heroes. Looks like he is. He's very close to level 3 DK. A few ghoul kills will do it. This ghoul gets away though. We have some units parked in the back for Lucifer. Michael, excuse me. If he doesn't just play the name Michael, it's really hard to remember.
Yeah. It's Mikael, Remo. It's Mikael.
Mikael.
So, Tome gone. No more statues. And I don't even know how many he has. He has 1 destroyer, but that's about it. Web should be ready soon.
Oh.
There I say it. 5 supply, free kill.
That's a level 3 for the DK. Booyah! Village isn't too far away from level 3 either. But now with the double slow tower, maybe the ghouls can do something. The hero's returning for Lucifer. Michael, excuse me. This is one chance to get back into this game. Let's see how he makes it work. Still not a single fiend killed this game, by the way. Here comes the first one, finally with the Nova. And these fiends are kind of stuck. Honestly, this was a bit of an ambitious move by XiaoKai, feeling he's so far ahead, but maybe he's overstaying his welcome here into the main. He could escape at any time with his TP, but he's remaining in here. His Lich just hit level 3, and there comes one more coil to save that fiend. But that was the last coil, and I think Michael should be able to stabilize now. More slow coming out, more right clicks, and XiaoKai, he might be throwing away his lead right now.
This is Undead Mirror for you guys. One bad fight and everything can change. Quite surprising, actually. Still a big supply lead, but Lucifer is getting the kills, and there's once again a reveal. Has to be careful with his DK now, as there is Nova ready with the mana he has. So that should be a kill somewhere. Lucifer's getting more... Oh, he's actually reproducing the ghouls. Has a statue in the back. Abomination transition. And yeah, XiaoKai, 46 supply. That looks good, but this fiend was rebuilt. This statue was rebuilt. He lost a lot in this engagement.
Yeah, he's still looking decent in this game. He's got 3-3, 2 heroes, and his army's looking okay. But he gave Michael a way back into this game, which wasn't really necessary. But now Michael's stepping outside of his base. This is where it gets dangerous again. Oh, he only has the level 1 coil still, of course. I forgot about that. Yeah, with the double slow in your main, you can fight, but without Michael, I think you should stay a little bit more cautiously behind.
Right. Do we have upgrades on the unit? XiaoKai is breaking upkeep 0-1. Interesting to see a defense upgrade first, not an attack upgrade. I don't think...
that a lot, actually.
Huh?
I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah. Against the Orb of Corruption, this helps so much.
Especially if you go Destroyers plus Fiends, upgrades are insanely good. Normally, on the highest level of Undead Mirror play, it's a lot about Banshees nowadays, but some Undeads just refuse. They're like, no, screw the Banshees, and just go good old Destroyer Fiends, which oftentimes in the end will turn to just pure Destroyers, so hopefully it doesn't go that route. Item at the red camp, what do we have? Ring plus 5, okay.
Well, against the Orb of Corruption, it's a pretty good item. No,
Yeah,
it's
you know,
not.
If this item dropped from any other camp, other than red camps, it would be okay. But at red camps.
You know what's pretty damn great, though? The Greater Mana Potion on the DK of Lucifer. He just needs a little bit more XP for that level 3. Then he can coil and heal like crazy.
Oh yeah. Plenty of creeps left here, of course, as we are on Twisted Meadows. That's basically always going to be the case. So, do we have any transitions happening? Sacrificial Pit for XiaoKai. That's probably just for a shade, not really for worms. Worms, as it turns out, against fiends are pretty awful. Ring plus 5 as well here at the red camp. Double ring plus 5.
Man, they had so many mirrored item drops here. Also at the shop, it was 2 belts with giant strength. Now it's double ring. 3 destroyers for XiaoKai. 60 supplies, trying to push again. Will this be his Waterloo once more? TP by Mikhail. Trying to get the... Oh, pretty aggressive in the middle of everything. Nova hits the Abomination. Can be coiled, of course. Damage. Counter focus on this DK, who has the Townfall. Just wants to get rid of him. Abomination survives for now. Needs another coil. Needs another coil. Oh, no! Last second. 4 supply unit down and 40 supply Lucifer. Did you have any idea what else was killed and saved and stuff?
No, that was pretty chaotic. But I know that Michael took the worst end there, as he lost way more supply. And dude, not even memeing, this ring made this DK damn tanky.
Yeah.
This took forever to force this TP, actually.
He's +8 armor. Okay, that's Mikhail for you, but yeah. Oh, so we masked now. That's nice.
For Michael, we have... What do we have? Is it another belt? Is it the second one? Ah, no. Rune Bracers. That's pretty nice. Oh, and it's Zeppelin time. Good old islands.
Well, they're not that good old as they were changed quite a bit. It's not the dragon anymore, but a big golem. XiaoKai is expanding, and Lucifer is searching for that expansion already, as the Chinese is pushing once again into his raids. This could be brutal for the Korean.
Yeah, this is awful timing. This is horrible for Michael. He doesn't have a TP. He can, of course, ferry over with a Zeppelin, but that always takes a while. Does he start the creep camp before? Yep. Whoops.
Ouch.
Just walk into the creep camp, and now the attack is hitting.
Ouch.
This is the nightmare scenario.
Fiend is lost immediately.
For XiaoKai. He's got level 2 Dark Ritual now for the level 2 skeletons. Oh, baby. All that mana.
So much mana. And this golem is not to be underestimated, man. Tanks a lot. Oh boy, that's so rough right now. Losing so many acolytes. And even the Zeppelin, yup, GG. Absolute disaster. He was trying hard to fight back into this game. But... yeah, that move in the end, little too ambitious. Definitely
Yeah, I mean,
the
it was
wrongest
probably...
timing in the world to go for
It was
that.
probably over a while ago. It started off so poorly. I almost feel this was a bit of disrespect, this opening by Michael, because this level 1 Lich aggression only really works against undeads like me, and worse. If you play it against good undeads who are kiting properly, who are putting pressure on the Lich, that's the key thing, and who are microing the acolytes in the back properly, normally this doesn't do much. Again, if he just goes creeping heavily with the Lich and the ghouls, he's gonna out-creep that DK so hard. He's gonna get early level 3 Lich with boots against level 1 DK. That's a nightmare for the DK player. And Twisted Meadow is the perfect map to do this on, which is why I think this is a pretty good Lich map in the first place. But oh well, didn't work out. I think you just can't play this opening against good undeads. It just doesn't work.
I saw this working. So I'm not blaming Lucifer for trying this. On Echo Isles, for example, he won quite a few games with it. Against the likes of PCG and TBC, who are, I think, even above the level of XiaoKai.
Yeah, maybe it worked there, but you're still making it dependent on your opponent messing up, you know? That's my problem with the opening.
Ah, yeah. I can
If
see
the
that.
narrow tower is up, and also if it's in a good position, it could have been in an even better position. Like you can put it in front of the base and close down the openings basically by having Altar and Crypt on the side, so there's only a small opening into the back. Then the Lich doesn't even get near the Acolytes. You know, there's a lot of stuff you can do. And that's just rolling the dice, man. You show up with a Lich and then you're like, oh, I can't do anything here. I guess my early game's screwed.
That is Undead Mirror with Mikhail for you, though. He always does something off or something not normal. Like, okay, XiaoKai is not joining the game at the moment, so there might be a rehost right now. Next map is Last Refuge. We have a couple of subs. Thank you very much. Light Echo and Tsingis for the 14-month resub. Morning. Morning to you too, sir.
I don't even see Light Echo. Where do you see that?
21 minutes ago.
What? I don't see that. That's weird. Thank you guys very much. I see Abdul Al Hazret though with the 10 months. He would have won if he had female Firelord Twitchlet. Dude, I know there's a lot of joking and memeing going about this topic, but I would like to see like some gender bend skins and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
Are you into female Crypt Lords as well?
If they're well done, why not?
Okay. Remo has a fetish for big bugs.
It's microtransactions, man. It's continuous income. It's a good idea.
I know! I'm totally not opposed to that. But, yeah, this is... I'm quite surprised that, like, China Joy is happening. Not even at China Joy they're presenting something new. I mean, that would be another nice thing. But, I mean, they're not at Gamescom, so... Must be not ready.
They're in serious crunch mode right now, I think. They're just totally shut off. Nothing's going out. And BlizzCon is going to be the big reveal. Yeah, BlizzCon, which legally should also be the release. I wonder how they're going to bend that to their will.
I'm pretty sure, like, there was a thread on Reddit. The new Reddit that looks awesome, by the way, or the refurbished Reddit, .com/r/WC3. That they should just drop the game at BlizzCon. Like, opening day of BlizzCon, show some new stuff about Reforged, and before they end the presentation, just say, oh yeah, and you can download and play it now. Boom.
Yeah, this would be the best PR move. This would have the most momentum. But if the game's just fucking not finished, you know.
Yep.
Can't just pull an EA and release a half-finished game. Well, I guess you can, but...
Yeah. I mean, they kind of did it with StarCraft Remastered, right?
I'm not familiar, really.
At least on the server side and on the multiplayer side.
Here's Bimbo, thank you very much for the 33 months.
Whoop, whoop.
So what do we have this time around? Michael...
Opening on both sides.
Did Michael change accounts? He did, right?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Now it's easier for me to remember saying Michael. Yeah, it's a good old Fiend opening.
So, since we got flamed, or basically I got flamed for putting Lucifer in the overlay, that's the technical restriction that we have at the moment, because Lucifer is still Lucifer on Liquipedia, and we import our data from Liquipedia. So it's not disrespect, it's nothing against him, it's just a technical limitation. And if the name is Lucifer on the scoreboard and we call him Mikhail, that's super confusing, so yeah, whatever. Sorry if you get offended by that.
You could manually add him as Michael, though.
Yeah, but then the stats don't import.
But you could change it after you showed the stats.
But there is Michael already, and that's his brother, and then the stats are rigged. That's the problem. Otherwise, that is the nice solution. But if I put it in Mikhail, then it's a human who is, yeah, like a totally different person.
I see. The technology just isn't there yet, guys.
Correct.
We have to wait until we have to wait until James Cameron, until he does the 3D technology, and then we can jump on board. Dude, what is James Cameron working on again?
Avatar 2, right?
Wasn't he doing something else before? What has he been doing all these years, by the way? Avatar
Dude,
came out.
He's freaking rich. He's just sitting on the beach and has 6 women or so. I don't know.
Dude, have you ever seen an interview with James Cameron?
Of course not.
That guy doesn't not work a day in his life. He's fucking insane.
Well, then he's working on the new technology for Avatar 2 and 3 or something. I don't know.
You know that he either got his own or rented a ultra mega submarine and went to the Mariana Trench.
Yeah.
Right? And when he was down there, he had like some kind of satellite phone, whatever, also ultra top of the line. And his wife called him and kind of asked him, when are you coming back? And he talked about this in the interview. And he was like, and this is when I learned, no matter where you go, there's no escaping your wife.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. He worked on Alita Battle Angel. Oh boy, that movie was awful.
Is that an anime?
No, it's a live action movie, like one of those one of those kind of battle royale. I don't know, man. It's not a good. It's basically a superhero movie.
Okay, I haven't heard of it.
Thank you, Zebra Surgeon, for the 20 month.
I'm looking so forward to Avatar. I loved that movie so much when it came out. Can't wait for the next one. So yeah, it's a Lich first again. Lich Fiend opening. So it was a Fiend opening into a Lich, which is really unusual. Which Michael is playing right here. XiaoKai, he went for the standard. First creep camp though, unusual, went for the merchant creep. Both did with the sacrificial skull. We know that that's Michael's favorite item. But XiaoKai also using it here. Two players haven't met yet. Tech should be pretty comparable, right? A little bit faster for XiaoKai, but not by much. I like the base layout, by the way, by XiaoKai. There is a wall off on the top side. Ziggurat and the crypt close it off, so there's only one opening to the back, which is pretty cool against Acolyte run-bys and such. But yeah, this is early game Undead Mirror. When it's Fiend Mirror, there's not that much happening. So, what movie are you looking forward to, Nia?
I'm not looking forward to movies anymore. I'm done with movies, I think.
Oh my god, you really sound like you're 30 now. You can't be done with movies, man. Movies are awesome.
I have no idea what the last movie was that I saw, except on planes. Yeah, sorry, I'm not getting excited for that. Lich is pretty stacked for Lucifer here. 4 fiends for him, 4 fiends for XiaoKai as well. Yeah, that's Undead Mirror.
It's Undead Mirror. Absolutely. The key here, or the goal, will be for Michael to get the DK out and then probably start solo creeping. The Lich goes on a harassment journey, because this can be the danger with this Lich opening. You really want level 3 DK before the first big fight rolls around. If Michael doesn't get that, then he's going to be in a tough spot once we reach tier 3, triple hero, and the orb, and all that good jazz. First aggressive movement coming in from XiaoKai. And there's also a downside of the Lich. He doesn't have the coil. He's not that good of a tank, so depending on what you creep, you're going to be low HP. And now, he had to TP into the back of the base already, and everything's kind of hurt. This is looking pretty dicey. XiaoKai with full mana. This DK for Michael needs to come out ASAP.
Well, he can't fast forward that. Lich is getting some more mana. This is one Nova, but he can't really get a kill with that. The coil is there already. He's getting a little more brave with the Fiends, trying to get some shots out and scare XiaoKai away. He does not want to do the same mistake he did before, overcommitting and losing a bunch of his units. So I guess it's fine. Another good coil. Lucifer is regenning a lot on the Blight though, so that's okay for him. DK is coming out, so he survived that. But again, losing the TP.
And losing the TP is a big deal. This Lich now we always have to be careful. Very much so, especially without the boots. The DK will be coming out now in a moment, but again, he doesn't just want level 3, he needs level 3. If you play Lich into DK with ghouls instead of fiends, you don't need the level 3 necessarily so much on the second hero, but here you do. At least though the Lich gets level 4, that is plus 4 intelligence, baby. And also really strong Dark Ritual. I actually think level 2 Dark Ritual is insanely good. Like every skeleton warrior gives you effectively a Nova. Isn't that insane?
Ooh, XiaoKai stole this.
Yeah, item and experience. And now the Lich is coming in. Certainly a free ghoul kill over here. Brought a mana potion for the DK as well to have more coils to use. And Michael, man, he's struggling hard. This is a big ass army. And he gets a surround. He wasn't looking, dude. XiaoKai, what have you had for breakfast? This is looking amazing. DK with the mana pot has one more coil, but again, level 1 coil only. He's trying to give over the TP, but he can't. He bought the TP for 350, wasn't enough. GG. My god.
Ouch. Man, some fights by XiaoKai are really good. Like, way better than I ever saw him before.
Yeah, and that, in addition to this, also realizing the weaknesses of the off-meta build, the Lich he can't tank as well as the DK. He can't creep as well, basically, and he's putting on the pressure where it hurts. You know, he did that in the first game, forcing everyone to remain level 1 for so long, and he does it again in the second game.
It's really cool how he finds really nice timings. Right before the DK came out, he was pushing, and when everything was hurt. Not sure if he knew about that, but that was basically the perfect timing to throw Lucifer back once again. And yeah, once you have an advantage in Undead Mirror, that's what happens basically. And then a good time push with his own Lich as well. Well executed, and maybe Lucifer / Mikael should think about this opening, but it's Echo Isles, so I'm pretty sure we see a Lich again.
Yeah, Echo Isles is actually really good for Lich first. There's an outstanding creep route here with the green into Mercamp, into natural, and either that is level 3, or you need like the green camp or something, and that is extremely fast level 3. And if Michael goes for DK fast, he can't really be too aggressive against this, doesn't have much on the field. And if he goes for Lich into Fiends, then he's going to be, Fiends into DK, that's what I wanted to say. Then he's going to be later, of course, with a later hero. The Lich is already going to be level 2. So this can be, in short, a very good early game Lich map.
Yeah. If not here, where else? Maybe Amazonia. But that's about it. This is maybe where I've seen this opening work the best.
Yeah. Turtle Rock is always great, but we don't have that in the pool anymore. Do we? No.
No.
This is not WC. No, we didn't have in WCG either. Did we? Wait, did we?
Or?
We had AI, right?
Yeah, did we have Turtle Rock? I'm really not sure.
I don't remember.
Thank you, WRazor7 for the 9-month resub. Buenos dias. When does Yule Cup start, and where can I find the challenger pool for each day? Well, today it's cancelled, or pretty much postponed to tomorrow. The challenger pool is always up at glhwc3.com. Our third game starts. And it's match points for XiaoKai.
Did a 3-0 sweep here? That would actually be quite surprising. You guys remember? Did you guys remember 1.5 years ago where Lucifer won 2 best-of-5s in a row against 1-2-0? And we all lost our minds. I mean, we thought, hey, he's the king of Undead Mirror. Not looking very much so like a king today. His Lich attempts not working out so far. Let's see if it is a Lich again, and if it is, whether it does work out this time. He's starting off with the Ghoul build, so this certainly looks like a Lich. And XiaoKai is going for the Ted Fiend opening, and this is what I was talking about earlier. Ziggurat in front, the altar makes the entrance smaller, early narrow tower, and then the Lich has a really tough time getting in. So already with this base layout, it's probably gonna be better for Michael to go creeping.
And also, what you kind of want is that your opponent goes Fiend and that he has the graveyard up so you can spam more skeletons in his base, use his own corpses against him. But yeah, without a graveyard, that doesn't really work that well either.
Yeah, graveyard will be coming, but this should be coming way in the back. It's exactly the reason why you want to have graveyard way in the back of your base in the Undead Mirror, so your opponent can't spam those skeletons too easily. So is it Lich? Yes, it is. I'm kind of surprised we're not seeing any Dreadlord. What about the Dreadlord cheesy fast expo play?
Yeah, I was expecting more variety as well. Like the Dreadlord or a DK Fiend or something. But no, 2 straight Lich or 3 straight Lich plays, even though they didn't really work out. It's not like he had a great early game in both games and then threw it away because I don't know why. Because of reasons. No, it was just the early game is not really good for him. On Twisted, way better than on Last Refuge, granted, but still not the game-winning early.
This Acolyte Scout here is important. Basically, with seeing the Ghoul build, he should absolutely be upgrading the Narrow Tower. Does so before the tech. XiaoKai playing it safe. And DK, oh, he's gonna go creeping first? The Acolyte gets taken out with a Nova. Michael is really gonna play the 4 Ghoul aggression again. After how hard it failed earlier. Alright, okay.
I feel like XiaoKai knows exactly what's coming.
Yeah. He's splitting the skeleton and the DK. This is so nice. It's actually a good idea now to start punching the Lich. If the Nova goes on the DK, this is totally fine. So XiaoKai right now should be a little bit more aggressive. Buy a bit more time. And he's even delaying his tech. He's even making a new Acolyte here. Just to be safe. He's gonna take no damage against this.
Alright. Nerub Tower already doing the works, and Lucifer sees this like, damn. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. So all this time, this entire minute is wasted.
Instead, he could have been creeping to level 2. He would be level 2 basically now. And he could continue to creep to level 3. This is only a single DK. He can't harass you when you're creeping. He can maybe steal 1 or 2 creeps, but even that can be prevented with a Nova. This is just the wrong opening, man.
And maybe, like, if you see it early and you think, okay, I can't do anything here, at least you could tech a little faster, but no. He's still not teching, man. And he's 200 gold away from that. XiaoKai again with a fast attack.
Yeah, this is because of the 4 ghouls he brought across. That cost you a lot of lumber. And the DK shows up. Oh, this would have been a disaster if he doesn't get this last hit with the Nova, but he does. So,
Maybe
the
with
Ogre Mauler...
surround.
Ogre Mauler will be his level 2, so Michael really wants that one. But he's out of mana now. He has to go for the boots. Otherwise, he's going to take too much damage.
Got a couple of skeletons here as well. Does decent damage against the DK. First Fiend is coming. But yeah, Ghoul's not super fast yet. I don't think XiaoKai is in a position to really grab this Mauler, right? But there's also only 3 ghouls remaining.
Players' forces are under attack.
Maybe we can just buy time and not let the Lich level up.
Yeah, exactly. More fiends will be coming. These ghouls will fall off more and more. Oh, he was doing simultaneous creeping. This was nice. So that's level 2 now for the Lich. That's +3 intelligence. And also the Dark Ritual now, so possibly much more mana for this Lich. Needs one of the skeletons right there. 1 Nova available.
Not using it right now. DK is waiting behind the trees. A little too early for the coil. Just buying more time though.
Yeah, putting in good damage. DK also did a good job retaining a lot of health. This is important. Otherwise, Lich with the boots can chase you and threaten kills / TP with the Nova. But really good DK positioning. And Supra was pointing it out earlier in chat, and I think he's right. XiaoKai is playing really well against Lich first.
Yeah.
That is a very popular ladder build, so I imagine he has a lot of practice against this. But we're seeing the downsides of it, and we're seeing why on the highest level, Lich isn't that popular most of the time.
Yo, Juan in chat, what's up? So, tier 2 is almost done. Then we get the Lich on the other side as well. How fast is the tech? Actually around the same time, so that's fine. Michael is focusing on other spots, and that gives the Mauler away to XiaoKai. Man, nothing is working out for Lucifer, really. If not for the simultaneous creeping, he would be super low. What wow.
Lucifer was taking a bit of a risk going for the marketplace. He's like, okay, you lost track of me, you don't know where I am anymore. But look at the read from XiaoKai.
Yeah.
He's totally expecting this.
Illusion
1 ghoul
Scout.
already died to the creeps, and more can easily follow. Good TP out here by Michael, I think. Otherwise, too many ghouls were at risk of dying. He saves the rest of them. But that's the TP gone again.
And he also scouts for the expansion, which is not coming, obviously. Lich bought the claws and got the big invul, so that can be very helpful later. DK coming, graveyard almost finished, but the slaughterhouse and the tier 3 is once again faster for the Chinese. It's finally level 2 now as well, with the remaining creep spots.
The illusion drop coming in really handy. Easy to scout now where the opponent is, and the DK is on the chase. If you can prevent level 3 Lich, this is outstanding for you, but Michael's almost got it. He's got it now. Okay, he's got level 3. This, at least, is going better than the previous games so far. However, it's not really great either.
Claws for XiaoKai as well. Lich definitely happy about that. Not forgetting about ziggurats, but Lucifer is catching up with almost everything. But yeah, XiaoKai is using his dominance so far to steal creeps away, and experience is so important on that mirror. He got the big one at the 6 o'clock, he got a lot of experience at the 12 o'clock, So whatever he steals away from Lucifer's side of the map will be an advantage in the late game.
Does Lucifer really want to go for the base dive now without a TP? That is extremely risky. He's going to take that free Fiend pick-off right here and says thank you. In the meantime, XiaoKai across the map, he's going to be aggressive here himself. Already diving towards these Acolytes with the Skeletons. Now the Fiends coming in. The one narrow tower in front. A bit of a vulnerability now. And Lucifer will be forced to return back home. But the Lich is looking for the kills. Gets one Ghoul. Gets the Acolyte. And that is the TP missing by Michael. Smart play again by XiaoKai. Realizing the opponent's weakness. Knows he can't respond to a base attack quickly. But this is also a level 3 Lich. This is a lot of damage.
But it all ends up on the DK, so I guess it's fine. He can just TP out if he wants to, but he can just run it off as well, because there's the aura advantage from that level 2 DK. And maybe he can get another kill. That will be level 3 for him. Acolyte, kind of close. Nope, Skeletons expired before. Oh, there was another Nova. All of a sudden, DK has to be careful, but TP is ready.
Barely hangs on there, around 70 HP. Invul is a big deal. Only one on this map. It goes to XiaoKai.
Well, Lucifer has the big one from before. So at the moment, that's fine.
Yeah, true. Dark Ranger third here again for XiaoKai. And now he's going to return to creeping. He's a little too low health to really force an issue. Probably needs a heal pot or spend a lot of time next to that statue. But yeah, we have the Fiend transition here. Late game again for Michael. But at the moment, he's only got a single one. Cannibalize actually coming in from the ghouls.
Oh, we see this more recently. Or was it a misclick? Is he using it already?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Natural.
He did that on Northern Isle. So it was weird to see the ghouls use Cannibalize on the Flesh Eater Murloc corpse.
Eat or be eaten.
Indeed.
That's how it is in nature. Dude, nature is brutal. Recently, I watched a video of like this one guy was living in Alaska and he was filming his backyard, and in his backyard there was a wounded deer which was like screaming out, and then a bear came in and mauled the deer to pieces, and that was so savage, man. Oh my god.
Well, isn't it nice of the bear to end the suffering?
That certainly was not his idea, and the way he did it was not nice, man. He didn't go for the throat or anything. He just like he grabbed it from behind at the rear and just slowly like mauled through the flesh and everything. And vegans are like, oh man, we have to protect nature. It's so fragile. It's so delicate. Fuck no. Nature is savage, man. Nature is fucking ugly.
Nature is Metal is a wonderful subreddit as well.
Alright, the map is completely, almost completely crept now. XiaoKai's Lich is a monster, by the way. This is what we call the Super Lich. Plus 26, only missing the Gloves of Haste, then he's like perfect. Misses level 3 though, that's a big deal. Could have perhaps been better experience distribution from XiaoKai. Level 2 Nova, especially good against ghouls. But still, it might be good enough. Destroyer Morph once again from XiaoKai. He still likes him in this matchup, as it seems.
We have Mr. Knubbe Quakes in chat. I'm so hungover, but nothing copy and back to Warcraft wouldn't fix. Absolutely love the channel. Thank you much, man. We love you too. So far, we haven't seen a single Banshee in this, but Mikhail is going for the Temple of the Damned and also the Dreadlord. No Dark Ranger this time.
Oh, that's super unusual.
Yep.
Going Lich Ghouls into Fiends into Den Banshees.
Heal Scroll and double Invul on XiaoKai. 52 supply. Ooh, that statue could be sniped with the ghouls around. Yep, he's waiting. Oh, a little too late, actually.
Instead, it's XiaoKai sniping the statue first. Now he's returning to save his own statue. And here comes the Nova Focus Fire. First coil is too late. 2 ghouls die immediately before the first really get their attacks off. But also, XiaoKai missing his coil, losing his Fiend. Heal Scroll coming in to counter the Nova. Silence on the Lich for Michael. Can't really Nova right now. And it seems like the Fiend numbers are still high enough for XiaoKai. Losing one more in the back. Nice deny with the Dark Ritual, actually. And here comes the Destroyer War, as it seems. We see the Destroyers morphing everywhere. But also, Michael has to be careful about his flying units because they're webbed to the ground now and taking a lot of damage. Also, the mana on his DK looking rather poor. Has one more coil. These destroyers, survivable as it turns out. But the Lich, Invul Potion is there. And now, XiaoKai has to be careful, has to TP. No, he's using the Invul first, actually.
Oh, that Lich now. Can he get that before the kill? No, Lucifer disengaging. DK for XiaoKai should be safe. Oh, he's chasing with the destroyers. This will take a couple of shots, and the DK can, of course, run away. But he's setting up a trap, coming in with the Lich and the DK at the north, and now he knows.
Smart turning around.
Not enough damage from the destroyers, though. He needs a potion. Oh, losing down. What's he doing?
What? Dude, that was less than half a second before death. Oh boy. And hooray! Now we're in Destroyer War territory.
Getting Banshees as well for XiaoKai. For Lucifer. Yeah, Destroyer Wars is something that, yeah.
It's the worst shit we ever had in Warcraft, let's be honest. Destroyer War is the worst thing in Warcraft. No, well, maybe Tank War would be worse, but we never saw that.
That's kind of right. Would love to see Gyro War at this point.
Gyro War must be fun, dude.
Yeah, with like flag cannons and shit. What's the sound?
Like a rapper.
Yeah, I was about to say. It was about like rap. Oh my god. It's too early.
Oh, XiaoKai in a bit of trouble here, perhaps. Seems like the creep jack is being lined up. But no. Michael follows his skeletons instead. Yeah, Banshees and Fiends usually really good against Destroyers, but you need high numbers of them. He has one Banshee, one Fiend. I don't think that's gonna exactly work out the way he's hoping to.
Banshee sniped like immediately.
Very good DK positioning by XiaoKai. Way in the back. DK right clicks really don't matter.
Dark Ranger down, no silence no more. And now things are starting to fall for Lucifer. As XiaoKai can use his spells the way he wants to. Nova on the DK gets rid of the anti-magic. Yeah, that's not allowed to lose a hero that quick in a fight.
They're just dropping low on both sides. Michael the only one here with an invul. Borrow. In time. Saves that Fiend, but one Fiend always for XiaoKai is pretty cool to have just one web at a time. Takes out a Destroyer, double level ups. That's level 3 and yeah, level 3 also for the Dark Ranger. And level 4 for the DK that was. And here comes the next web. And Michael is losing everything. He's gonna drop another 5 supply right here.
And the Lich is in trouble as well. XiaoKai is pretty safe on the Lich. Can be coiled if he has the mana. Has the invul. Good levels, like 4-3-3.
Dude.
And the Dark Ranger is now coming back. Only level 1 though.
XiaoKai's Undead Mirror is freaking really good.
Yeah.
Against Lich first, at least.
Freaking really good.
Freaking real good.
A player's forces are
Yeah, I didn't expect this at all.
Look at that Ring of Regen now, actually being valuable in the late game. In this matchup, it's actually good because the DK is always going to tank a couple of shots and then he's going to be sitting in the back, regenning up.
Yeah.
It's my favorite item in the game, Ring of Regen. It is.
Okay, cool. Not the Boots of Speed?
No, the Boots of Speed are broken strong. How do you know about the Fiend? I guess it borrowed there earlier and you saw. That's another freebie. 19 supply ahead. This is where you expand. But XiaoKai seems to want to put more pressure on, going for more Ziggurats. Creeping a little bit more. Lich, of course, also very helpful for him. But this Lich did not win him the game. It was just smart decision making and proper counterplay.
Thank you, Pathetic Moron, for the sub. Yeah, Lucifer, maybe it's just not his day. And I think with this performance here today, he can be pretty lucky that Yule Cup isn't today. Because he was the king there as well. And the competition today is pretty fierce. So, yeah, maybe he needs half a day or something to reset his mind again from this defeat. Which will most likely come. But okay, we have a lot of anti-magic shell here now. But
not a lot of damage from Michael. TK for him dropping low quickly, move to the back. Good Nova though against these Fiends. 2 of them taking pretty good damage. Heavy upgrades by the way for XiaoKai at 1-2. Now the DK takes another Nova to the face. Has to be careful again. Call coming in time though. And Michael, dude, he's hanging on well. These fights in his main are always going way better than we expect. But it's not over yet. Nova onto an illusion. That one didn't do much. Lich for Michael has to be careful. Invul forced. You want to delay it as much as you can, but now it's gone. The DK also has to go back to the shop. Heal pot for him. Uses that and stays alive with it. But now the Banshee is exposed, and once they get attacked, man, they die so quick.
Pretty much
Only
everything is dead for Michael. The Destroyer falls as well. And there's only a Fiend and a Banshee and whatever infrastructure he has here. XiaoKai is still at 57 supply. During the fights, he's always reproducing, I feel. Never giving up so much supply right there. And now the Nerubian Tower is gone. What can he do? Some kind of Hail Mary play, I guess. Going for the Dark Ranger, but there's still 2 invulns for XiaoKai. Ghouls are getting slaughtered. Oh, this Fiend as well. But still looking good for the Chinese.
Yeah, Curse on autocast probably also a mistake here against Mass Destroyers. That's not the greatest idea normally. Should be only for the anti-magic. But Michael's still holding on here, fighting with his Black Citadel slow. He's going to take out at least 1 Destroyer. The first one in a long time, actually. And with that, it's only 2 left in the air, but 2 more could be morphed. Mana Potion on the DK saves the Lich. That was, of course, crucial. Have to keep that hero alive. More Destroyers being morphed now. This time from Michael's side. XiaoKai could morph more of this Destroyers. We have Dark Ritual coming in with a level 2. That's a lot of mana. There's another Nova for Michael. And now here come the Mass Destroyer morphs. Okay.
Doesn't have that much of annihilation though. Oh, level 4 Lich. This is a beast now. More Fiends are coming in from the right-hand side. DK comes in again, catches the Nova, catches the clicks, and that's a dead DK. And no counter kill right there. The Dark Ranger falls as well under everything, and that's a clean 3-0 for what we thought is the underdog XiaoKai, who is the new king in the Emperor Penguin Championship at the second last day here. Going into the fight against XiaoKai. No Way OC tomorrow. So for XiaoKai, that's pretty cool. $250 at the moment. That's like 8 times his earnings he had before this year. Well deserved. In every single game was just better, I feel. And had the better builds.
Absolutely agree. Had the better builds and played them well. We saw a bit of impatience at times where he just runs into the opponent's base. And I think there Lucifer did a good job. He was so far behind so much, but he had a decent hold in his main, displaying there once again his micro potential. But it wasn't enough. He was just too far behind.
Yeah. We will see Michael/Lucifer tomorrow in the Yule Cup, but now we continue with the EPC, but we go from the A class to the S class. That is where it's not a best of 7, but not a best of 5, but a best of 7, and we see Lin versus Sock. That could be really good. Lin, I think, a little bit out of his slump. He's starting to play a little better. Sock is, of course, super powerful, especially in this matchup. Looking very much forward to this, but only after a little break. Be right back.